So, I don't even know where to begin. Today is Tuesday, December 10th, 2024, and I am 4 weeks and 5 days pregnant. I took 5 tests on Sunday, 2 tests yesterday, and 1 test today. And it looks like I'm pregnant. I feel overwhelmed and anxious because, I'm growing a little human inside of me. That's so weird. And I'm so worried all the time. 1 in 5 women have miscarriages. They're common in the first trimester. So what if we're getting excited over something that won't stick? I know that's not the right mindset, and that's not a good mindset to go through life, but it is a worry. And I know that if it doesn't work out this time, I'm gonna blame myself, and that's a sucky feeling. But today I came into the office. I drove my mom in because she asked if I wanted to go to the university skate party, holiday party with her after, and I figured I should do some daughter things, so I said yes. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I need to not fuck up and not tell my mom, because if anything happens, of course I want to tell her, but she'd be devastated, so I'm excited, I'm anxious, I don't know what to expect. I have my intake phone call with the OB's office next week. I think it's next Thursday or Wednesday. My birthday's in 2 days, which is crazy. I'm gonna be pregnant on my birthday, and my next birthday I'm gonna have a baby. What? This is our last quiet Christmas. I don't comprehend or grasp that. And I have to wait until 9 weeks, until January 8th or 9th to get an ultrasound to make sure it's in there. How do people handle this? I don't get it. I haven't been feeling nauseous or anything. I've just been taking tests around my period time just for fun to double check, because we're not opposed to having a baby. We've talked about wanting to have a baby, but we haven't been trying to not have a baby, if that makes sense. So I just take a test to see if there's a chance, and this time there was. My nips were so sore. They still are, and I guess that was the abnormal thing. And Corey says that I've been more emotional, which I suppose that also makes sense now that I have the information to reflect on. But otherwise, I haven't really felt that much different. I suppose my appetite is a little lower. When I get hungry, I'm starving, but I've been going longer bouts of time in between meals. But maybe I'm also having bigger meals, I'm not sure. My coach was the first person I told, because I was like, I don't know what to do with this information. Corey was at drill, and I was trying to come up with some cute idea, some cute way to tell him, which didn't work out. But yeah, she was the first one I told. Reconfirmed with her today that I think it's real, and she's working on redoing my entire plan so that we can focus on a healthy pregnancy, which is it's just so bizarre for me to say. I'm talking about a pregnancy and growing a baby. One of the apps that I'm using today or this week, the little nugget is developing circulatory and digestive systems. How is that happening inside of me? it's all mind-boggling and very hard to grasp right now. It feels very surreal. Maybe it'll feel real at the ultrasound, but like, I have to wait 4 weeks for that. Like, that's ridiculous. But the most important thing right now is to not tell my mom, to be present, to enjoy this time with her, and then get home because I miss my baby daddy. So I do want to talk about how I feel throughout, because I think it would be really neat to reflect on, and it might be useful for other people who are more fitness focused to see how pregnancy might affect your journey and what modifications you might have to make. So thanks for being here. First thing my coach told me as she's working on my plan is to not do any more hip thrusts and overhead movements, because in the first trimester we have to work on prioritizing or protecting the uterus and not applying pressure. So that's out of the routine for now. And yeah, it's so crazy. Most of my clips will probably be me talking about how crazy this all is, but yeah. Bye. Hi again. It's now Wednesday, December 11th. I am 4 weeks and 6 days pregnant. Today I told Chelsea, and she was really excited for me. It's all still very nerve-wracking. I'm still in disbelief like every other second. Like how I got an email this morning with an update on what little Nugget is doing, and I'm like making a spinal cord or something. Like it's just like, I don't understand. This is just all so strange and new. Today I did not go to the gym because I'm just not sure how to keep me and baby safe. But I did spend a lot of time on the walking pad this morning, just making sure that I'm getting in my movement and my steps. I had my usual cauliflower breakfast today. Also had some ramen and chicken and some soup dumplings. And I think when I get home, I'm gonna just have my usual taco salad for dinner. But I'm currently in the car waiting for my chiropractor appointment. Usually I get dry needling, but I don't think we'll be doing that today with this new news. And then I'm gonna go to the grocery store after. I like car rides when I can listen to podcasts, so I found a few different pregnancy podcasts to listen to. I'm just listening to the beginning parts, like what to expect in your first trimester, what's going on with your body, and it's really validating to hear about other people's stories and hear, okay, it's normal that my nips are so sore and that other people are taking a bajillion pregnancy tests as well. But then at the same time, it freaks me the fuck out to hear about what my body is doing. I just cannot wrap my brain around that part. I know that our bodies have done this for years and years and years, many generations, and people have been fine, but like, I cannot comprehend what my body is doing and how it's doing it. And it's so bizarre that now, like, I don't need to change my life. I don't need to like eat for two or anything. Like, the little nugget is the size of a poppy seed or a salt that you'd find on a pretzel. Like, I don't need to really change my life that drastically, but I do need to be more careful with what I'm eating, what I'm doing, the environments I'm in. And that's like so overwhelming. I was leaving the house and I'm like, I'm tired. I could go for a Coke Zero. And I'm here asking ChatGPT can I have a Coke Zero? And then it's like, yeah, it's fine. You have to be careful of caffeine. And so like figure out if you've had too much caffeine today and has like the sugars in it are okay, but you could drink some more nutrient dense things. I don't know what I'm doing. After this, I'm gonna go try to look for organic foods. So I guess groceries are gonna get more expensive as I try to take care of us. And it's so bizarre to think that there's an us. I don't know. This is also crazy. This is just gonna be a compilation of videos of me talking about how crazy things feel. But I think I'll be really glad that I have these to watch back on and remember this absolutely fucking crazy time. So I think I should go to my chiropractor appointment. She's had kids before, so maybe she'll help reassure me that it's not so crazy. And oh my gosh, I don't know. It is so nice out right now. It is Tuesday. I am 5 weeks and 5 days. I think it's the 16th today or 17th of December. I don't know. But yesterday I got my second HCG blood test to just see where my pregnancy hormones levels are at. And I also got one done on Thursday on my birthday. And the levels are going up, so I guess there's a little baby in there. It's so weird. I've been feeling okay. Sleep has gotten better since just like coming to accept and believe that I have a little baby in me. I think today I saw that the app said that the baby's growing ears. And yesterday I was working on growing some lungs. I mean, I'm sure it's all happening simultaneously, but it's still cool to see from the apps like what could be going on in there, and it should have a little heart that's beating, which is crazy. Nausea is very light, which I'm so thankful for, but it's still early, so we'll see what happens. And yeah, it just comes in little waves. I've been eating earlier in the day and trying to work on prioritizing whole nutrient-dense foods. Yesterday I spent a while cutting up veggies to prep a lentil salad, and I've also been having chia pudding in the morning made with kefir. So trying to make healthy choices for me and baby. Yeah, really thankful that I haven't been experiencing a lot of nausea, no throwing up. But have been more tired, and today it's, like I mentioned, it's super nice out. But that also means that the gym is warmer and it's a little smellier. I cut my cardio in half because I just couldn't handle the different smells and the warmth. So I'm gonna go to the store now. And yeah, that's how things are going. Okay, I guess I lied. The nausea is a little stronger right now. Feels sort of shitty, but when my boobs hurt real bad and I don't feel good, I remind myself that's signs that little baby's growing. So hi again. Today it is Wednesday, first Wednesday of January, I think. Today it is Wednesday the 8th, so I guess, okay, that makes it the second Wednesday of January, because the first Wednesday was the first. But anyway, I am 8 weeks and 6 days pregnant today, and it's been a little bit since I've given a pregnancy update, because not that much has happened. Just been feeling different levels of nausea, unpredictable for each day, and I've been taking naps. Like I just woke up from, I think, a 2-hour nap. Definitely wake up from sleeping overnight and I'm already tired, and taking naps also gives me a nice little break from any nausea that I'm having, so that's why I've been doing that, just snuggling up with my Minky blanket on the couch most days. But yeah, it sort of sucks. I guess I never really thought about how persistent nausea can be, because you see in movies people get pregnant and they have morning sickness, they just like run to the bathroom and throw up, but I don't really talk about the persistency of things and how sometimes it can be debilitating. And sometimes I wonder if I'm letting myself be debilitated, or if it actually is. You know, are things really that bad, or is it just in your head? But like this week I had wanted to spend at least a little bit of time in the office, but I've just stayed home, haven't made it to the gym. I've gotten one workout in I think in the past 2 or 3 weeks, and just getting up my heart rate made me so nauseous. That day was awful afterwards. So I've just been at home trying to work from here. Thankfully things are pretty quiet in the office, so my naps have been uninterrupted. But one thing that I found has helped is just taking like really big, like dramatic breaths. And I think walking outside helps too, but it's been so cold. Like right now it's 20 degrees, it's super windy out, so just walking outside is not fun in New England. Timing of the first trimester, it's like I enjoyed it because it's been winter break, things are slow, but at the same time it's so cold out and I can't get outside to walk. The baby will be due in August, so that's like right after all of work summer's crazies. So it's gonna be good. It's just a little sucky right now. We're excited. Have my first trimester colposcopy next week, which if you didn't know from my other videos, I've been having abnormal paps, and I was supposed to get another leap done because my last colposcopy also came back abnormal, but with being pregnant now they can't do the leaps, so I get to do a colposcopy every trimester. Woo! I think they're getting less sucky. Like I think I'm getting used to them, for better for worse, but it's good that we have the medicine to keep an eye on things and the technology to do so it'll be fine. And my first OB appointment, or my first prenatal appointment, the midwife was saying that with birth the cervix changes so much that maybe that'll fix all the cells down there, so we'll just see. But I wanted to give a little update on how not glamorous and fabulous things have been, but I think that will be nice for people who are looking for just some vulnerability and some reality to things. Haven't been able to work out. Food has been tough. Yesterday I threw up dinner. I haven't been throwing up that much, which is nice. With ED tendencies before, throwing up isn't that hard, so when I feel like I want to try see if that'll bring relief, it's not that hard. But yeah, it's just super weird. Like one day a food will be appealing, but then for dinner later, like the thought of it is repulsing. Going near the fridge is really gross. Like I made lentil salad near the beginning of my pregnancy, and it's like I'm gonna eat so healthy, I'm gonna eat all these good things, and the smell of the onion has lingered in the fridge. Corey doesn't smell it, but I smell it every time I open the fridge, and I can't deal with the fridge, which is awful. And yeah, it's really tough. Like some days I'm good about eating and I can get in like a little over 2,000 calories, and then yesterday I think I was around like 1,400, maybe 15. This morning I tried some Taco Bell. That sat fine. I'm just trying to figure out how to get the calories in. But also, I'm not really moving much, so maybe I'm okay with a little less right now. My coach did suggest I get in a smoothie in the morning with a few scoops of protein, so I was doing that. Done that for a few days, but today we ran out of bananas and spinach, so I just didn't do that. And the past few days I've ended up like feeling pretty nauseous midway through, so the smoothie like waits until afternoon. I don't know if it's adding to how I'm feeling, but it's hard to troubleshoot things because I don't know what's causing things, and it's not always the same results with testing. Yeah. But I'm gonna go and get some work done because I just took a 2-hour nap. Gotta check emails and do some stuff and look like I'm being productive. Thanks for being here. Okay, I'm here. I'm going to wrap up this video. It is March 27th today, and I am 20 weeks, halfway through my pregnancy, and it's been so weird to see my body change. And my last video was in January, and things have just been a little bit up and down since then. It's really interesting to go through and edit and see how I felt, or the type of mindset I had going into this pregnancy. Like, oh, I'm gonna eat healthy and get in all this movement, but you never know how your body's gonna respond and how things might be different than you planned. For me, yeah, I'm just in disbelief of what my body is doing. Most days I'm like, am I really pregnant, or am I just getting fat? Am I eating too much? But we've seen the ultrasounds. There's a little nugget in there, which is so crazy to think about. We actually had a friend who just gave birth today. I believe she had a C-section this morning. They had a big baby, so we'll see how ours turns out. We have our anatomy scan next week, so that'll be really cool. And then tomorrow I actually have my second trimester colposcopy, which will not be as fun. If you didn't know, I've been having abnormal paps, and my last colposcopy was in, well, not my last, but I had a colposcopy done in early December, end of November, right before I found out I was pregnant. And with that, they found some high-grade cells and wanted to do another leap, but because then I found out I was pregnant, they weren't able to do that anymore. So now we just have trimesterly colposcopies, and they just peek in there, make sure everything looks okay, just trying to monitor the situation to make sure it's not getting worse. And then with birth, the cervix changes so much that maybe the bad cells will go away, maybe not. We'll just see. But yeah, I was working on editing this video together a few weeks ago on my flight to Hawaii because I was just doing my annual visit, and it's just, I'm in disbelief of how I was feeling and how time has just changed, how things have changed since then. Definitely have not been cooking. The thought of cooking actually made me nauseous, and I'm just barely getting into it now. We ended up just ordering out a lot, trying to figure out what foods would even settle well, because some days saltines would be good, sometimes they wouldn't be. Or yeah, I just never knew what would be a good fit for my body. But one thing that did get me by were core power shakes. I still have maybe 2 of them each day. I was trying to make smoothies with different protein powders and fruits and spinach in the morning, but the texture was just getting weird for me. My tastes have changed so much during pregnancy. So now I just buy core power shakes because they just taste like milk. And it's also less work for me, which makes just things easier. When food is easier to eat and protein's easier to get, then I'm more likely to have it. With the nausea that I felt on and off during my first trimester and even into my second trimester, the gym was a no-go for me. Thinking of the gym also made me nauseous. And when I did finally start getting back into the gym in February, even just driving into the parking lot made me nauseous. So movement has been very low. Claire has had me doing daily squats at home though, just to help keep my body moving. So that has been helpful, but it's so odd to go from prep mindset and moving so much to now my body is fighting my usual bodybuilding instincts. It's also really odd to see people in prep and getting lean, looking really good, getting ready for competitions, and then seeing myself do the opposite. I'm still doing weekly check-ins with Claire, and it's just, I know my body is doing amazing things, and it's a blessing that we're able to create and carry a life, but it's also really hard to see myself get so wide and horizontal. But I know that my clothes will be there afterwards when I want to fit in them again, and the stage will be there when I want to get back into that type of lifestyle, but it's just really hard to see my body change. Last year I worked so hard to get from 158 to my stage weight. I think I lost about 35 pounds when I was at my most depleted, and now I weigh more than what I would last year. So that's really cool. I haven't put too much emphasis or weight onto my weight per se, which I'm glad. That has been the weight, the number, it's whatever. That's surprisingly been easier. But just seeing my body change is different. It's hard. Body's also different with what I'm able to do. I get winded more easily, I get hot more easily, I can't lift as heavy of weights. So for other people going through similar changes, it's okay. Your body will bounce back and be even stronger afterwards. But right now, you have different focuses, and that's okay. Oh, going back to taste changing, it's so bizarre because coming off of prep, it's like, oh, I have to have all the cookies and all the sweets. But for me, I've actually not really wanted any sweets. Like when I was in Hawaii, my friend that I was staying with, she had ice cream a few nights, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't really want it. It's weird. So I haven't really been wanting sweets and haven't been wanting protein at all. I've had big aversions to chicken and need to eat every few hours or I'll get nauseous. So that's really interesting coming from someone who usually did a little morning fast until like 10 or 11, worked out in the morning. Now I'm just doing everything opposite. So life's a little different. We're definitely really excited, and we were gonna wait to see what the baby is, like the gender for on their birth. But our friend just had their little girl. My feed keeps giving me little girl videos, so I'm like, oh, if I start thinking about a little girl and envisioning that, then I think it'd be better for me to find out what it is, because then I won't have as much gender disappointment later if it is a boy. And I know that we'll be happy no matter what it is, but that's where we're at with figuring out the gender and a little baby update. So yeah, it's my 20 weeks. I know it's not the most robust and consistent video, but let me know if you have any questions, and anyone else who is trying to get pregnant or are pregnant, have recently given birth. I'd love to connect and hear about your stories. See you guys in the next one.